and welcome to today's episode of Margarita with Marguerita Cheng, CFP Pro, where for 15 minutes we learn from industry experts how to flex our financial muscles. I'm Hope Katz-Gibbs, producer of the show on the Incandescent Radio Network and Incandescent TV, and we know you are going to love today's guest, Jason Friedman. He is the founder and CEO of AdvisorFinder, a new tech opportunity that he's going to tell us all about. And before I turn the Q&A over to Rita, I want to tell you a little bit about this millennial on a mission. Prior to finding his company, AdVi, Jason worked in the wealth management industry for UBS, Wells Fargo Advisors, and Merrill Lynch Private Wealth. During his career, he focused on client retention and business development initiatives. These helped Jason recognize two glaring problems that many advisors and prospects suffered from. And we're going to learn about them now. So now I'm turning the show over to you, Miss Rita.
Well, thank you, Hope, and thank you so much for being here, Jason.
Thank you, Marguerita, and thank you, Hope, for the amazing intro. It's better than I could have done.
So we know you have lots of passions, Jason. Consumer finance, digital marketing, entrepreneurship. Before all this, though, we'd be remiss if we didn't acknowledge all of your experience in wealth management. So tell us about your experience in wealth management.
Of course. Well, as Hope alluded to a bit, I started out at UBS and transitioned really more to an analyst role at Wells Fargo Advisors in Nashville, Tennessee. Ultimately, I always wanted to become an advisor, and that's what I did. I transitioned to Merrill Lynch on the private wealth side. So I was for the opportunity to be on one of the fastest growing teams in the region as a financial advisor who really did focus on biz dev, client acquisition, and client retention type strategies.
Now, this is so important because we are hearing from you. What do you think the industry can do better when it comes to not just attracting, but retaining young talent?
Yeah, this is an interesting question. I think this is because it's such a problem that I had seen, especially being at 2 or 3 like very large wealth management firms, and retention was always an issue. I had friends and colleagues leaving for multiple different reasons, but I really think it comes down to support. Supporting at the individual level, supporting at the team level, and then support at the technology level. So, what I had seen work really well was, more, I guess, the younger, more growth-oriented advisors, they struggled, and it mostly related to growth. They couldn't grow, and they couldn't acquire new prospects or clients because they were looked at as young. So a solution that I saw work well, and it worked well for me, was teaming up. So I think one thing is that firms can really do a better job at offering support and solutions for younger advisors to team up with more senior advisors to learn from it, even learn from it. So that's kind of one main thing. And I mean, I have experience with that. Of course, I enjoyed some some of the best times I had was actually enjoying the times with my senior advisors, learning from them, sitting in on client meetings, that kind of thing. That was very helpful. And two, offering better technology is always a great way to retain retaining existing advisors. And that can really go a long way too.
Which is a great transition. Technology is everywhere, and it is shaping and changing wealth management trades. So this is the opportunity for you to tell about AdvisorFinder.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, of course, wealth management is definitely being impacted by technology in more ways than one. I'm sure that you can recognize how it's positively changed the back office and how you are bringing on new clients. It's helped with compliance, and it's helped with reporting and planning because it's just easier. It's easier, it's better, it's faster now. And that's really in turn, it helps the client themselves as much as it helps you. But I do think it's really changing the way that advisors are generating new business. One thing that I had recognized from talking to prospects was that, hey, I'm looking you up online, I can't find much about you. So that kind of dawned something in me. And then two, on the other hand, it's me as the advisor, we're looking online to find new clients, and there really wasn't a great solution. So to your point, it's technology shaping the industry or changing it, and that's kind of what we're doing here at AdvisorFinder. We're trying to change it in a really positive way. One, that's our biggest goal is to increase accessibility to advisors and make it really easy for people to find one. And that's what we're doing and how it's online. With AdvisorFinder, you can find an advisor, you can research an advisor. If you have a referral, And so in turn, that is changing the industry because it's changing the way that advisors are going to generate new business or really just close a referral. So that's two main ways I see a change, but really around the prospecting and lead gen and growth side.
No, I love that. It's true. Like people are not just going to um, develop business the way people did in the past. Not to
Mhm.
disrespect people, but it's different. So because it's different, there's different ways to engage. And one of
Yeah.
the reasons why people engage is because of life changing events, particularly
Mhm.
divorce. So how can financial advisors go above and beyond experiencing divorce?
Yeah. And before I get to that, there's one thing is that you have done an exceptionally good job at improving your online presence and really using technology to your advantage. So props to you. But yes, this is a very sensitive topic. And it's one that I have fortunately not gone through myself, but I have gone through in a way where I was affected. That's because my parents were divorced. And what I noticed early on was that, they both needed support in many ways. And advisors could really play a big role in that. So one is you got to be there for your clients. I think that's maybe obvious, but really be there. I mean, you have to understand that this is a very tough situation that someone's going to go through. It's very emotional, and they can lead to cloudy thinking. And so, as an advisor, you can really support them in more ways than one. Not just financially, but you can really think about decisions that they may need to make related to their planning, and offer more support and assistance there. Um, but at the same time, you have to be careful because if you have clients and they're you know married or going through a separation, then there might be a conflict of interest, and so you know a good thing to do is to maybe hand off that client to an advisor who can really support them. Maybe really you have some experience with that, but support you gotta support your clients. That's the biggest
No, absolutely. I do teach the CFP ethics course, and there are conflicts of interest because, you worked with the couple and now they are not a couple. So, how do you handle it? One way to support is to provide references of trusted advisors. Say, unfortunately, I can't work with you, but I'm not going to leave you alone. Here are three, five advisors that I've vetted that I know will take care of you. So, yes, you can't just you know, leave them out there to flounder.
yeah.
Um,
No, you're
with the,
right. You're right. And I think I like your approach to that. I think it really is about a really nice gradual handoff.
and so thank you for kind words about trying to do things right online. So, what are financial advisors doing right when it comes to prospecting and engaging with consumers online? You
Yeah.
can share some best practices.
Mhm. Of course. Well, I mean, like we talked about you, I'll put some spotlight on you. The content marketing that you have, successfully done thus far is one way is one way advisors are doing it right. So you're a great example of this. Content marketing, it really just it conveys and helps explain one that you're credible, that you're relevant, that you're trustworthy, because really online presence and online content does convey that. But number two, can help answer questions that your prospects or your ideal client has. So, some best practices are based on the type of client that you want to work with. Say, for example, I want to work with individuals out in the tech industry. Maybe they're software engineers, maybe they're in tech sales. Well, they both have, employee stock options. They're probably, compensated really well. Um, so one thing that I do well in my content marketing is I can answer questions that they have related to employee stock options. What is vesting? How does it impact my plan and my overall compensation? So really just responding to problems that people have. Your content's a great way to do it. Uh, and you can do that on Twitter, on LinkedIn to a degree. I've seen more success, honing down on one versus the other. Now, the other big thing, this is a big opportunity, is video. And it's tough for compliance reasons sometimes with, you know, making sure that you're storing it properly. But video content is the most engaging form of content that there is. There's really no debate nowadays, especially with TikTok, as you probably have heard of before. It's the most highly engaging platform nowadays. And so utilizing video along with your written content, your kind of short form content can be a fantastic way for advisors to really do a great job prospecting. And the ones that I've seen do a great job. They are utilizing video to a degree. Again, kind of compliance is sometimes a little cloudy. Um, but those are the kind of the content marketing sides. I think one I'll stop on is just website. You have a great design website. It's easy to navigate. So what are they doing right? Advisors. They have a great website. Things are really easy to find. Maybe it's the about them, a booking page, services provided. You got to have your website that questions that people have, and it can't be hard to navigate. So remember that if you are an advisor listening who wants to better their online presence, uh, Rita's doing it well. And look at her website and look at her social strategy because she's crushing it. You are crushing it. So,
Oh my
come
goodness,
to both ways.
Jason. Well, thank you for that. So, Jason, we want advisors to learn more about Advisor Finder Advice. So, how can people learn more about the platform and sign up?
Yeah, well, I appreciate the opportunity. So, one, you can go to advisorfinder.com and you can go to the website, you can find more information there. Two, I'm all over Twitter and LinkedIn, Jason Friedman on LinkedIn, and then Jason Frieds, Frieds on Twitter. You can find me there. We can chat, happily talk. You can see some of my content. Talking about content marketing, I'm trying to do the same. Those are the three main ways you can find me.
Well, thank you for that, Jason. And for everybody who's listening and watching, Jason and I actually connected via Twitter. So, Twitter
Yeah.
is still relevant.
It is very much relevant. I know I've heard the stories in the last couple days. It's gonna I die. I don't use that. I hate that word. It's not. I don't think. I think it's thriving. And yes, we connected on Twitter, which was amazing. And I mean, this is the power of this an online community. Is I meet people like you, and now I can call you a friend. So it's really amazing. It's fascinating, and I'm lucky.
Oh, likewise. Well, now back to you. Oh,
That's awesome. Thank you for the props that Rita's website is lovely. We're very proud of it. And she's amazing. It's the content creator that's the key, I think, and then to know how to manage it. So we're very excited that the millennials are taking control and doing things in a brand new way. So kudos to you. We will definitely keep track. We look forward to posting an article by you on Rita's website, margaritacheng.com, so that we can have a guest blog post from you, Jason. And just good luck. You're launching. Tell us when you're launching.
We will be launched by December 1st of this year, so 2022. So see you soon.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to check back with you next year to see how it's going and all your accomplishments along the way.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a wonderful season. We will be getting this out and live, and you can share it on social media and all of your good stuff, Jason, as well. So thank you, Miss Rita. Thank you, Jason. Thank you to all of our viewers and listeners. We will see you on the next episode of Margaritas with Marguerita Cheng, CFP Pro. Cheers. Thank you so much for being part of our Incandescent Radio and TV family. This is Hope Katz-Gibbs, founder of Incandescent Incorporated, the PR and publishing company for women entrepreneurs. Our Incandescent Radio and TV shows are brought to you by our advertisers and clients. Margaritas with Marguerita Cheng, CFP Pro, brings us 15 minutes of tips every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern on Facebook Live, where you'll meet experts who are helping us flex our financial muscles. Find all of the episodes at margaritacheng.com. You'll also meet intuitive psychotherapist Kara Keem, who interviews therapists and other intuitive guides from around the world. Learn more at karakeem.com. And you're going to love social justice expert Karen Hanrahan, CEO of the San Francisco-based Glide Memorial Foundation. She bridges the gap from local impact to global change on her Thought Leadership Show on Incandescent Radio. Learn more about Karen at KarenHanrahan.com. You're also going to love Alina Liao, founder of the radical wellness journaling company, ZenitJournals.com. Alina asks, have you tried to journal but found it hard to keep up? Zenit makes it easier to journal for your wellness. With Zenit, you can customize your journal with prompts that speak to you, no more blank pages. Your Zenit is your personalized space to take care of yourself. Website, ZenitJournals.com. Feel it, write it, Zenit. You'll also meet amazing Tracy Schott, founder of Voices for Change. Tracy is determined to change the world and end domestic violence. Learn more at voicesforchange.net. And we are so thrilled to be publishing a book for Angela Mitchell, who is the tech expert of case management. And she's also the founder of this fabulous organization, Kids Code 2. She is determined to teach kids to code computers. Talk about teaching a kid to fish. We invite you to discover and peruse all the Incandescent Incorporated websites, the magazine For Women, By Women, About Women, incandescentwomen.com. Our health and wellness magazine is beincandescent.com, the business of mind, body, spirit, soul, and heart. Our YouTube channel is incandescent.tv, and you can learn about our PR and book publishing services at incandescent.us. If you'd like to have your own radio and video show, check us out at incandescentradio.com, where you can see what we can do for you. These podcasts are also featured on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Our podcasts are produced by Brandy Wilsker. Our videos are produced by Nelson Benavides. Our website developer is Max Kukoy, and our incandescent illustrator and designer is Michael Glenwood Gibbs. If you'd like to learn more, please send me an email, hope@hopegibbs.com. Here is to your incredible, indelible, incandescent success. Much love and many